Hello there, my name is Martin Henley. This is the Effective Marketing Content Extravaganza. And if you're new here, you may not know that I'm on a mission to give you everything you need to be successful in your sales and marketing. Now, we do that by bringing in anyone I can find with relevant experience to share with you to help you to be more successful with your sales and marketing and your business. We do the news every other Wednesday with the brilliant Melanie Farmer. And we react to the very worst, the very best, and the very worst of content on the internet, which is what's happening today. So the way this works, there is a slight element of jeopardy to this. We have Clay's list, which we call the Claylist. I have no idea what it is I'm going to be reacting to. Clay will have put some links together, and we will pick one at random, and I will react. This is how it goes. So without further ado, let's have a look at the playlist. Okay, so there are 5 links here today. A couple of them are looking long. I think what I want to do is get a big dice. And if there's 6, then we can roll the dice and it would be even more random. But let's go number 1. Let's see what number 1 is. And then I'm going to put this into the internet and we will see. Oh, okay, good. You're not seeing this. This is me. Let me show you what this is. This is 13 minutes of B2B marketing strategies by Gary Vaynerchuk at Inbound. Now, I've already been here once with Gary Vaynerchuk, and I have to tell you, I'm sure he's a lovely guy. I don't like what he does in terms of offering marketing advice. I think he benefits from what I call the Kardashian effect. Essentially, he is the most famous marketing consultant on the planet, marketing company on the planet. He's going to tell us now how they're the biggest. They're not. He's going to tell us about how they're the best. I don't think they are. He's going to give us 13 minutes of B2B marketing strategies. Okay, so that's everything you need to know. I'm not a fan. Let's just react. Let's just see what on earth Gary Vaynerchuk has to say. Let's not also, let's just go and have a look at this. His channel has had 21.9 million views. Jim will tell you that I'm jealous of Gary Vaynerchuk's success. I'm not really. He's worked tremendously hard. He's done fantastically well for himself. You know, I don't deny him that. I just don't like what he says. This video has 8,890 views, 248 likes. Let's have a look. Let's just see what he's up to this time. I might need just to wind it back to the very beginning. Right. So let's go.
I am flabbergasted by the lack of practitionership in the actual creative ability and paid media amplification of creative to make a business action. I
don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Let's hear it again.
I am flabbergasted by the lack of practitionership in the actual creative ability and paid media amplification of creative to make a business action.
He's flabbergasted at the lack of practitionership. What does practitionership mean? Practitionership definition. A person actively engaged in an art, discipline, or profession is a practitioner. There's lots of people actively engaged in creating, amplifying. Let's have a look, see what he's saying.
I am flabbergasted by the lack of practitionership in the act.
People are practicing. People are practicing, if that's what he says, practitionership. I don't think that's an actual word. Flabbergasted at the practice. Well, people are practicing. People are doing this.
Actual creative ability.
Is he saying that practitioners of marketing don't have creative ability?
And paid media amplification.
And they're not good at amplifying. They're not good at paying for advertising, amplifying content through advertising.
of creative to make a business action.
I'm pretty sure that people are making pretty business actions all day, every day when people are creating campaigns, people are running stuff. You know, that's a business action. Does he mean like a positive business outcome? Okay.
I, for a lot of you that don't know, built my family's liquor business really on the back of Google AdWords. Google AdWords came.
Okay, so this is interesting because I was teaching. What was I teaching? I'm teaching digital marketing this week, and Gary Vaynerchuk. 3 things. He's built this business. It was his dad's business. It was doing quite well. It was turning over, I think, 3 million by the time he picked it up. He took it to 40, so he did fantastically well with it. But I've heard that he did that. I've heard him say that he did that off the back of email. Famously in Eric Qualman's This Is Why I've Seen It video from like 2009 about why social media was going to be so great. He did it off the back of Twitter. And now he's telling us that he's done it off the back of AdWords. It concerns me that there's no consistency here.
Came out. I bought the word wine for 5 cents a clip. And even though I was doing
a clip, he means click.
Direct mail and doing local television and billboards, I get a lot of accolades in this ecosystem from building my dad's liquor store from a $3 to a $60 million business. But the truth is, I stand here tonight and admit to you, not excitingly, that it should have been $150 million because
Right, so here's my point. My point is that a business that's turning over, and I've looked into this, wine businesses, the margins are around 50%. So if they're turning over 3 million, there was around 1.5 million of profit to run the business. That gives you money to do marketing. Like even if you take into account salaries, deliveries, rents, all of those things, that gives you money to do marketing, and that's the difference. So I think give me a business of 3 million. I mean, and the thing is, his dad had built this. His dad was an immigrant, and his dad had built this business $2-3 million. That's the achievement. Where is Gary Vaynerchuk's dad? Because Gary Vaynerchuk's dad, the first sale is notoriously the hardest sale in sales and marketing, and getting a business to $3 million is huge work. Huge work. Taking it from 3 million to 60 million or 50 million or whatever it was, not a great achievement, but an incomparable achievement to what his dad achieved. I would love to see Gary Vaynerchuk just say, my dad did an amazing job bringing my family here from, I think they came from Belarus, and establishing a business of $3 million turnover. And I was blessed to be able to pick that up. And now he's saying it should have gone to 150 million. Why?
If I actually understood how unbelievable the arbitrage was on Google AdWords, I would have spent a lot more money on it and grew my business much more. But I was too patient, I did well, not enough, I did not go all in, and I built a nice business, but in reality, I left a lot on the floor. Tonight, as we sit here tonight.
This just like the way he uses languages freaks me out. It's like, we all talk about leaving money on the table. Why is he talking about leaving it on the floor? Yeah, the way he speaks just is confusing to me. I know he's supposed to be this angry New Yorker type, but he's not swearing much today. It's 1 minute and 3 seconds. I haven't heard him swear.
As we sit here tonight, the #1 arbitrage in marketing in the world, and I don't give a shit if you do B2B. How many people in B2B? Raise your hands. Uh-huh. I know you fuckers.
Well, here he goes.
How many people in B2C? Uh-huh. So even better. This is why I do this. It allows me to go in a certain direction. B2B clients for me at Vayner and the startups that I'm involved with are doing even better than B2C clients on social, specifically Facebook, because there's one amazing thing about B2B. We, and I'm in it now with VaynerMedia, we know the name of the customer. We know the businesses we want. We even know the decision maker we want. The problem is we suck. We get real lazy and we send bulk fucking emails on linked fucking in.
What is he talking about now? What is he talking about now? So he's talking about, is he talking about sending bulk. Is he talking about extracting emails from LinkedIn and then sending them bulk as email messages? Is he talking about sending bulk emails? Because the last time I did one of these strategies, he was saying spend $6,000 a month on LinkedIn, and that's all he was saying. What on earth is he talking about?
Can we make a pledge tonight? Actually, you know what? Let's do this. If you're willing to pledge to no more bulk email, horseshit, spec email on LinkedIn, stand up so I can clap for you personally. Make a pledge. Let's.
What is he talking about? Like, if you're doing, what is bulk email on LinkedIn? He's talking about mass messaging. What's wrong with that as part of a calorie-controlled marketing strategy? There's nothing wrong with that I can see. Like, be doing email, be doing in-mail, be doing, what's he talking, what is he going to suggest now? I don't know what he's suggesting. Something else. Lord knows.
Let's wait. Get up. More. Fuck this bulk email shit. Don't sit back down, dude, with the beard. Get the fuck back up.
Why so aggressive? Why so angry? There's nothing wrong with... Is he against anti... I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know if he's talking about in-mails, sending bulk in-mails, or if he's talking about email marketing. Why is email marketing the bogeyman today for Gary Vaynerchuk?
I see you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. There we go. No. Let's clap it up for this pledge. No more. Enough. Thank you. Guys, best part is the shit doesn't work. How many people here have done email marketing in their career? Raise your hands. Are you looking for your seat? Hey, you looking for your seat? Got it, okay. How many people here have done email marketing in their careers? I'm just curious. In 1997, I had a 200,000 person email newsletter for Wine Library and WineLibrary.com that had 91.3% open rates. Not because I was a hero, but because email marketing hadn't existed yet. The thing that I'm most fascinated by is that I know as a marketer, and I'm a marketer, as a marketer, the number one thing, the thing that I know more than the sun will come up tomorrow, is that marketers ruin everything. It's what we do. When I saw that little fucking ghost, I'm gonna fuck up that ghost. I got you, Snapchat. I'm gonna ruin the shit out of this platform. You show me attention, and I'll show you a place that I wanna sell. And that's how it gets changed. And bulk email in 2016 is insanity.
Is this from 2016? I thought this was new. It doesn't really say when it is. It doesn't say when it is, does it? Why is there no date on this anymore? Maybe this is 2016. Okay.
Nobody's opening that shit. And what? Just because you have an algorithm that says, hey, Gary. And by the way, I saw 10 of these emails today. All the fuckers in this room that have the hey, Gary thing that's in a different font than the rest of the email, you suck. Right? I mean, enough of that. Jesus. Fuck. B2B. I'm going to go tactical because I want to leave with, lately I've been trying to get even more tactical in my keynotes because I love the emails that I get where, hey, thank you so much, it helped my business. Here's the
hates emails, loves emails. This guy's all over the place. This guy is absolutely 100% all over the place. Right, so it's email that he doesn't like, and he doesn't like emails that aren't formatted nicely. Email still works. Email's always worked. You do email marketing now, 2022. You're marketing to people in their pocket. You know, nobody's on your list for fun. You know, email marketing works, has worked, will always work. What's he offering that's better?
Tactic. I'm going to give you the best blueprint.
And this was supposed to be strategy, and now he's talking tactics. This guy's all over the place. I don't believe this guy's ever, I don't care, but I don't think he has ever prepared for one of these speeches that he gives. He's all over the place.
I have for B2B selling right now, and I really hope it brings you some value. And I'm going to go into a detail. I'm going to get a little nerdy. If you're in a B2B environment, you have to run Facebook ads, and you have to do it now. They cost about $5 to $6 CPM right now on average. The cost of these CPMs will be $30 36 months from now. I'm saying this because I know I'm going to have the video of this, and in 3 years, you're going to see me share this clip, and I'm going to tag it, "I told you so, motherfuckers." It's going to be $30 a CPM because everybody's going to figure out how much attention is really on that platform. So the supply and demand curve is going to change, just like wine now is a $6, $7 word. Got it? Okay, so now you're going to run Facebook ads, and first and foremost, you're not going to outsource it to somebody else. You're not going to find little Susie that's 23 in the office and be like, you're young, you know social media. You're not going to do that. You're going to actually spend 10 hours and read and watch videos. It's crazy. You can learn anything. So many people are like, "Gary, but I don't know how to use the Instagram product." I'm like, I get it. You go to Google and you search it, fuckface, okay? That's what you do. It's not super
I've got no idea why he has to be so offensive. Like, he's actually calling his audience names for no reason. Like, motherfucker, fuckface. It's stupid. I mean, what he's saying is valid. Okay, I think, but we've known this since, who was it? Michael Gerber's book, The E-Myth, is learn how to do stuff yourself and then you can outsource it. That's the way the world works, or that's the way this works most efficiently. If you don't know how to do it, you can't get somebody else to do it. So what he's saying is valid. Doesn't have to be calling people names. This is just part of his shtick.
Complicated. It's crazy. Anything you don't know, you can search in 2 seconds. Everybody's crippled like they don't know. It's fucking there. You do that. And so here you become a practitioner. You actually deploy the Facebook ads yourself so you have some ability and knowledge so somebody can't hose you. You need to be the person that knows it the best. You then target. There's a way to target employees of. One more time, B2B, raise your hands. You guys know who you're going after.
Why has he forgotten? This was 6 minutes ago.
I want you to target.
He hasn't forgotten. This is performance.
Target the employees of that company. One by one, the employees. Now, you take a step back. Now you know you're targeting 15, 17, 22 different businesses. If you want to get really crazy, you target them one by one and you make videos or pictures just for that company. But if you want scale, you can put them all in a bucket. And now you're going to make a video or a picture, a billboard or print ad or a television commercial. And you're going to make it, and what you're going to do is you're going to make the creative start with, does your CFO know? Does your CTO know? Does your CIO know? You know exactly who in that organization is the person that needs to see that content. And you're going to start the video or your picture with that statement. And I promise you, for hundreds of dollars, depending on the size of your business, sometimes for thousands of dollars, that person is going to get 12 to 25 to 100 people forwarding them that piece of content, and that piece of content will be the gateway drug to your sales team to convert and close. It works every time. That's it, right? I can talk about, you like that, right? It's practical, black and white. You got it? Right. I can talk about one life and all that shit, but that's fucking up in the clouds, right? That's like, who gives a fuck, right? Yeah, I care. Okay, that's one. Good. Next. 2, the single best arbitrage in marketing. And I want to take a step back. I want to make sure everybody understands.
I want to hear what he's talking about, arbitrage, because arbitrage is something that they do in horse racing. It sounds like gambling. Arbitrage. The simultaneous buying and selling of securities, currency, or commodities in different markets. Buy and sell assets using arbitrage. Much of the short selling was being, yes, I think this is a stock market phrase or a gambling phrase, like you arbitrage against the loss or against the win. Don't know.
I think the slide was up there. We'll end with the slide. I day trade attention. I am not a technologist. I'm not a digital this. I'm not a fucking blogger. What the fuck?
I bet you I could find 15 videos where he says I'm a blogger. I'll bet you.
I'm somebody who's obsessed with attention. From when I was 6 years old.
This is true. And this is what he does brilliantly. He gets a huge amount of attention. So at the beginning of the buyer journey, if we talk about this formally, the first thing is you have to have Awareness, attention. You have to get the attention of people. You have to have awareness. This is why I call this the Kardashian effect, because he has a tsunami of attention. He has a tsunami of awareness. 22 million people have seen his videos on this channel. Oh, but this is from HubSpot Marketing. This isn't even his channel. So he's had, his channel's huge, actually. I think his channel's had hundreds of millions. So this is what he does. So if there are hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people who know about you and you're just selling marketing, then there will be people who want to do business with you just because you're famous. Like people want to buy stuff from the Kardashians just because they're famous. So this is the Kardashian effect. This is the attention economy. Like basically you get enough attention, you get that tsunami of attention, you can't really fail. And I think this is why he is successful, because he's famous, because people want to say, yeah, Gary Vee does my marketing. Not because he's good at marketing, not because he understands what strategy is, because I haven't heard anything about strategy yet in this. I've heard a couple of tactics. Nice tactic. Yeah, if you can get people's employees, businesses going to the CFO or going to the CTO and demanding that they know about something, well, good luck. I mean, it sounds to me like pretty indirect marketing. Why not just land a really powerful message on the CTO or the CFO? That would be much more cost effective rather than relying on lots of employees and going. But if it works, he says it works, that's fine. And maybe land the powerful message on the CFO or the CTO and land these powerful messages on the staff, and maybe you can actually get something happening like that. It's not my experience of how you sell things to businesses, to be honest.
Old, and instead of standing behind the lemonade stands, I would sit and watch cars drive by and figure out where to put the signs. I was sick, to now. So I stand here and actually say, if you have the money, I would say HubSpot, if I ran the marketing, the number one thing that I would do is run a Super Bowl commercial. I stand here today as a marketer that trades attention, and I believe that the number...
Famously the most expensive advertising on the planet. Grossly inefficient in terms of like how many people who are watch as a percentage, how many of people who watch the Super Bowl are in a management position where they can make a decision about HubSpot, the marketing, the database service marketing platform. Oh, this is junk. How much is it going to cost? You're never, like, even HubSpot, I don't even know what HubSpot turnover. That's ridiculous. Famously, people who run Super Bowl ads are beer companies, because everyone who watches the Super Bowl drinks beer. Food, not food, but sports clothes companies, because everyone who watches the Super Bowl is interested in sports clothes. We've just descended into farce now. There are 3 ads, and he's recommending that HubSpot, 3 ad spots maybe. 15 ad spots, who knows? But he's recommending that HubSpot advertise in the Super Bowl. Come on.
Number one deal in marketing today is actually a Super Bowl commercial. It's $6 million, but the entire country, whether they watch it on YouTube or during the game, will know exactly what you're up to. Now,
So HubSpot categorically do not need everybody in the United States to know what they're up to. They need something like 0.00001% of very specific, very targeted individuals within very specific businesses. He said this already to us already. They need those people to know about the product. They don't need the whole country to know what HubSpot are up to.
Most people fuck it up because they try to make some funny video for 30 seconds and then we forget. But that is, to me, the number one play. The number 2 play in the world is Facebook video, because I believe that Facebook video, not confined to 30 seconds, has the ability to build enormous awareness. VaynerMedia had a very special thing happen last week. I don't know if any of you guys caught this, but when the Cubs won the World Series, we ran. Who's from Chicago? Finally, right? Fuck, 108. When the Cubs won the World Series, we ran an ad after the World Series. First it was Nike, then it was us, and we brought back Harry Carey from a classic 1984 commercial, and that went big, and everybody said we were geniuses, and I got a lot of emails that night, and it was super awesome, and I replied to everyone saying, wait until tomorrow. What tomorrow was the next day, we deployed a 2-minute plus video where Harry Carey, we took 30 years of him calling games and chopped it up and had him, over a 2-minute video, call the final out of the Cubs winning the World Series. That video has 30 million plus views at this point and has drove a lot more incremental growth and awareness and B2B activity for the brand than the commercial.
Okay, good. So he's admitting this is what he does. This is what he's good at. This is the talk that he walks. You know, it's all about, the thing is, if he really had 30 million views, how long did people watch for? How engaged were people? They weren't there because they wanted to buy a marketing. They were there because they wanted to see whoever this guy is talking about 30 years of predicting games. That's all fine. That's all good. It's not very good marketing. It's not even relevant to his business. So who cares? So yeah, 100%, 30 million, that's a lot of awareness. How much of that is actually going to turn into B2B activity? How many of those 30 million people are B2B decision makers? And then you need that to happen before there's any growth. So yeah, I mean, it's going to work. It's hugely, hugely, hugely inefficient and hugely wasteful. And how many shit conversations are you going to have with people phoning you up and going, oh yeah, I want to be involved with the thing, with the thing. Do you know what I mean? Or just phoning up for no good reason, thinking that something else entirely is available. This is horse shit.
Did. Though the commercial media, like buying the commercial and making sure you all saw it, cost multiples, 20, 30 times more expensive than what we deployed in a Facebook environment. This is what's happening. My friends, I want you to become historians of marketing. I want you to also understand what marketing is. We have confusion in the marketplace of marketing and branding versus sales. We have a lot of people in this room that are digital natives and they really understand sales. They understand optimization, UI, UX. They understand cost per click. They understand how you convert and change things and things of that nature. But what they don't do is actually brand and market. And if your business is growing, you have to have a healthy balance of marketing and sales and branding. My friends, I did not buy these sneakers because Nike fucking cookied me and sent me to some fucking website and converted me. I bought it because of brand. And there's a lot of people here that are mixing it up. And the reason Facebook is so special is it's the first platform that I've seen that does marketing and brand and sales in one place with underpriced attention. If you grew up in Google like I did, there was no brand there. We all had blue letters, and brand was eliminated. So if I had one plea for the collective room tonight from a marketing and branding and business standpoint, it is that we have to understand the following. And this is tough for the digital landscape, but very easy for the Madison Avenue landscape. Creative is the variable. Creative is the variable of success. The one thing that we all trade on in this room, no matter how and what you do, whether you're B2B or B2C, whether you sell sneakers or wine or books or your services, no matter what, we are all tied to attention. We are all battling for your attention. But once you have my attention, that creative is the variable. If your video sucks shit, I can give you 9,000 ideas on Facebook, you will lose. And that to me is something that has to be debated in this ecosystem much more. The other world I live in, Madison Avenue, where they believe in commercials, they're the other way. They just think it's art. If you understand and start respecting both art and science, math and creative equally, friction, creating that diamond, you will be a successful marketer over the next decade. The problem is we usually fall into one camp or the other. So if you sit here tonight, please start understanding, respecting, and building your skills around the one that you don't actually do. Because what's happening is we have unbelievably overpriced attention.
Right, good. What do I think? What I'm thinking now is, can you imagine how good this would have been if he had, over the how many of years, 20 years that he's been doing this, actually sat down and prepared something, actually sat down and thought about, these are the things that really work. Whenever I see him talk, it's always something different. It's always like, oh, this is the thing that's working today. Do this amazing thing, do that amazing thing, do something else amazing thing. They all sound amazing, but I don't think they can be true. So what I think is required for Gary V and the world is some kind of consistency. Where he ended, 100%, marketing, especially digital marketing, is about having a balance between that creative and that scientific, calculated, formulaic kind of approach. So you have to be part geek and part creative, and that's what works. So creative does differentiate. There is value in brand. But in the 13-minute video, he spent like a minute talking about that. Now that for me is strategy, like imagining like how you position yourself is strategy. So that's the brand, that's the product, that's the price, that's the associations, that's the placement. You know, that is strategic kind of stuff. So he was getting towards it in the end, but he wasn't there. Let's have a look at the comments and see, not that way, that way. Let's have a look at the comments and see what people are saying. Pinned by HubSpot. The main reason for the rise of B2B marketing strategies is the fact that people in business are always looking for ways to improve their products, services, and processes. This way, they can make sure that their customers will be satisfied with what they have to offer. That's true. Anatoly, good. This video is very interesting. I think one of the main things that B2B should improve is to show more interest in their clients, because sometimes they send them so many information about their products or services, but when the client needs a solution to their doubts, the companies don't respond to them. 100%, that's true. Insightful exposure in terms of incredible B2B sales marketing strategies are stand out beyond nuanced niche markets by Gary Vaynerchuk at Inbound Funnel Traffic through lucrative warm lead plus organic keyword dense. Sounder Rajan, you've fallen into the trap. You're talking like Gary Vaynerchuk and you're making absolutely no sense. Oh, started interesting, but then he began bashing email, praising Snapchat, and saying Facebook ads are cheap. Really confusing until he referred to the fact that this presentation is from 2016. You should have added that last part to the disclaimer. Yeah, because I think this came up recently. I can't see the date on it, and that really annoys me because clearly the date is the most, when was this relevant? What else? Fuck, shit, suck, equal word count 40. Lol, Aaron Pandy. Okay, yeah, so there's only comments going back 2 months. I think this has only been up for 2 months. What do I think? I think if Gary Vaynerchuk had actually got focused sometime 2013, 2014, two things would have happened. He might have been the world's most amazing marketer rather than just the world's most famous marketer, and he would have developed something that really delivered powerful messages every single time, rather than just flying off the cuff every 20 minutes, this thing, that thing. Clearly, there was no structure to that talk. If there were, imagine what he'd have come up with if over the last 15 years he had designed the world's most amazing keynote and it was 15 minutes and every point landed because every point was planned. And he knew exactly who he was talking to and what he was talking about and the point of what he wanted to get through, then that would be amazing. As it stands, he talks too much shit for me, and I feel like my mission now is I have to unravel all the shit he talks. I have to undo all of the work he's doing, because what he's doing isn't good for businesses that want to be more successful. It's not good for them, because actually what he does, what actually is the takeaway from this? Invest in brands? Maybe he kind of made that point. Email shit. It's not. People have invested a lot in databases that really work very often. Facebook advertising. I thought he was going to promote Facebook advertising. He kind of did. Super Bowl ads. What are you saying to us, Gary V? What are you saying to us? I want to thank you for being here. I will look forward to seeing you next time.